Hey, thanks for tuning in to MeadowCloud, OTA, and more. My name is Brian Kim. In this session, I'll be going over a quick overview of MeadowCloud, and we'll be finishing it off with an OTA demo. First, what is MeadowCloud? So MeadowCloud is a centralized portal to manage your devices. We have a few different components there today. First, a collection is a grouping of devices, so that can be per project, or if you have a subset of devices within a project that you want to manage separately, you can do that through collections. And device is a Meadow F7 or core compute module. In the future, we'll be opening this up to any other compatible device through NetX, so stay tuned for more information on that. And also packages, which are basically a bundle of files for application and OS. All right, next we have registering a device. I'll be showing you how to do this in the demo, but what actually happens. So first, the device creates an RSA key pair and registers itself in the cloud with its public key and device ID. And that public key on the device is stored in protected storage on the ESP32 coprocessor. So with that private public key pair, the device makes an authentication request to the cloud with its device ID, and then the cloud will generate a token and encrypt it with the device's public key and send it back where the device can decrypt it with its private key. So only that device will be able to decrypt that particular payload. And the decryption that happens on the device happens on the OS level, not in the managed layer, so that key is never exposed in memory. Next, packages. So this is pretty straightforward. Within a Meadow application, there's a bin folder, and the binaries within there get copied to a folder, which become the MPack. There's also, you can specify an OS version to be included in the bundle, but those are both optional, so you can send either an application or an OS bundle, or both, right? So you can, pretty optional there. And then once you create your package, you can upload it to the cloud with its package ID. So here's a very simple overview of OTA. We have packages, and we publish those packages to collections, at which point every device within that collection will receive a notification that an update is available. So here's where the message is published. The device receives the notification that an update is available, and within that payload, there's some information that the device will use to validate the download. Also, the address of where to download the MPack, and once that's completed, it will extract the MPack and then copy the files over to the bootloader, where they will get applied on the next reboot of the device. So, yeah, that's kind of the very quick overview. Let's dive into the demo where we can practically see how all of this stuff works. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to provision a device. So let's see here. All right, so I'm connected, and we're going to go to MeadowCloud. I am logged in. Let's see. I do have a device here already that I've registered prior, but let's go ahead and register this one. So I'm going to do Meadow device provision. And like I said, this is going to generate the key pair and publish it to the cloud. It takes a little bit, so I'll go ahead and hit pause here and resume when it's completed. Okay, looks like that completed successfully here. Let's go back and refresh this page. All right, so now we have two. Let's double check. This device ID was 0011. So 0011, right? So this is the device that we just provisioned. So perfect. All right. So the next thing we need to do is create the application now. So I have a sample app here, and in this application, it does a couple things. So it's setting the onboard LED to yellow, and it's connecting to my Wi-Fi network. So the first thing we need to do is enable OTA. So that's very simple. We go into the config file, and we set update enabled true. Now, if this is also like your first few times doing OTA, it's super helpful to enable this logging here. So we're going to do that so you can see the output. And next, we need to come back to our application, and we need to copy in some code to handle the events from the update service. So go here, paste this in. Okay. All right, so what is this doing? So we have the resolver that is going to get the current instance of the update service, and then we're going to clear updates. So basically that means if there's any previous updates that have been stored on the device, we're going to delete those. So if you want to keep those, you can comment that out. And then additionally, we have this on update available and on update retrieved. So on update available when the update service gets the message and notifies the device that there is a update available. This is the event that's fired. So here we can say, hey, there's an update available, and this update service retrieve update goes and downloads the package. Now, once that package is finished downloading, it fires the on update retrieved event, and this is where the application goes and applies the update. So this is where it sends it to the bootloader, restarts the device, and then the new updates are applied. So this is what we need to do. Just this little bit of code, and we'll save it. And we also need to enable this update. So let's go ahead and build this first of all, and then we're going to deploy this. So there's a bit of a bug here. So currently the linker only gets applied when we do a deploy. It should happen at build time. So that's something that we need to fix. See here, trimmed assemblies to reduce file size. So that only happens on deploy. We need to make that happen on build. Once that happens, we will be able to skip this step. And I'll pause the rest of this until it's done. Okay, so now we're done. So now let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. So let's do Meadow listen. Let me make this a little bigger. So we can see here, there's update server and connecting to the Wi-Fi. I don't know if you can see, but my LED is blinking yellow. But you can see here, so the Wi-Fi just connected, and now the update service is authenticating. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so it's attempting to log in to MeadowCloud, so it's sending its device ID like we talked about earlier. Hopefully it connects, and then after that, the device will connect to the MQTT server and subscribe to the appropriate topics. All right, so we succeeded. We decrypted the keys, and now we're subscribing to, connecting to MQTT. Then we just subscribe to the two topics. Okay, so perfect. Now we are subscribing here. So, all right, let's put this on hold. We're connected. Now we're going to come back and we're going to create an MPAC. We'll upload that to the cloud, publish it, and then we'll see this doing more work here. So let's see. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. Currently, when we create a package, you have to specify both an application and OS version. I just did a quick fix here to make it so that you can only specify one or the other. So this will be going out in the latest release. But for now, this is happening on my local machine only. So create, we're going to set an application folder. We're going to go here to bin, debug, post link bin. So these are the files that have been linked out already. And then we're going to copy path. All right. So we have that path now. We're going to create this application mpack based on this folder that I just pasted in. All right. So we just created that. Now we're going to upload it. So we're going to do Meadow. Now this we can do on the regular CLI Meadow package upload, and the path is here. So this is local. So we can do that. All right, so we're done. We have this package ID now, so we'll need to reference that later. But let's double check and go to the cloud and make sure that we have our package. All right, so I think that's the same one, 9690, 9690. All right, perfect. So this is what we're going to push to the device that we just provisioned and set up. So if we go to so we can either do it through the CLI, so it would look something like this: Meadow package publish -p, and you would copy this in, and you would hit enter and do that. So totally fine. It's just funner for me to do it here. So we do publish. And all right, so now it's published. Let's go back to our application, see what happens. All right, so it got the message, it received it, and it got the update, and now it's going to try to download it. So this may take a little bit. I'll pause here again, and we'll resume. All right, so it looks like it just finished there. You can see here that it took about 5 minutes, so that's pretty consistent for that size of download. But now it extracted it, and now it's going to copy it over to where the bootloader needs to pick it up. This might take another minute or two, so I'll pause again. All right, there we go. So if you can see here, it just extracted. Here's all the files that came out of the bundle. It is now restarting the app, and the new files should be updated after the reboot. So there you go. I mean, I published the same app as part of the bundle, so there's nothing exciting to see. But you will see the device reset. The blue light will flash for a little bit as the bootloader is doing its thing. But once that stops, your application should load. You can do the same thing to see the logging messages come in if you just do Meadow listen, or if you attach again. But yeah, you can see, you can't see here, but yeah, it just finished loading, and it should blink yellow anytime now. But yeah, that's it for the demo. There should be there will be documentation posted. There you go. There's the yellow coming up again. So it did successfully work. Yeah, so this is like the quick crash course for OTA. Like I mentioned earlier, we will post the documentation. So everything that I did in the demo is documented. So we'll share that out. But yeah, that's it. if we quickly go back to the slides here, so what's next for Meadow.Cloud? Obviously, OTA is just kind of the starting point, but we're going to be adding a data collection API for logs and metrics, and then we'll add Grafana in that for an analytics dashboard. And additionally, the logs and metrics and whatever data that is sent from the device, we will also be streaming that via Kafka, so that as a consumer, you can pick up the messages of your own devices and do your own processing with that. And additionally, we'll have like command and control features to, restart the device, force an update, and any other features that we'll be adding there. So yeah, that's kind of the roadmap. I just want to thank you for bearing with me. I know this was a bit of a process for OTA, and thank you for waiting patiently. But yeah, just jump in there. If you have any problems, please let us know, and you can file some issues, and we'll jump on them. But yeah, thanks for just being with us, and being with us on our journey to V1.0. We're really excited about this, and we're happy to have you guys along for the journey. So thanks again, and see you guys soon.